What's going on, everyone? We are here with another rebuild, and this is a rebuild I did not think I was going to be doing, at least not now. But yeah, Clippers just blew a 3-1 lead to the Nuggets. Really did not think the Nuggets were going to pull it off. But it honestly wasn't even close. It was close through three quarters, but that fourth, Nuggets really just blew it open, and Kawhi didn't play well. Paul George didn't play well, but that's not new. Um, Montrezl Harrell didn't play too bad. Lou Will, I don't think played that well. Again, I fell asleep before sometime early in the second half, so I didn't even get to watch the fourth. But this team, one of the most underwhelming teams that I've ever seen. Has to be. I mean, when you have Kawhi Leonard, who some people consider the best player in the league, I think everybody would consider him a top 5 player in the league at least. When you have that, when you have Paul George, who has been considered one of the best two-way players in the league for years now. Last season, I mean, he was in the running for MVP. When you have two guys like that on a team with, the sixth man of the year, another sixth man of the year candidate, Marcus Morris, they just picked up, who's looking real nice in New York. Patrick Beverley, an all defensive caliber player. When you have all of that on the same team and you can't beat the Nuggets, who defensively are not good, I don't know, man. I don't know. In my opinion, I thought the Clippers were overrated from the start of the season. I thought they would still... I did still think they were, top 2 team in the West, but I didn't think it was, Clippers, Lakers, and then everybody else. I thought it was Lakers, Clippers. I also thought, Houston was, right below them, but LeBron showed that that's not the case. But this is crazy. I mean, I thought Portland was going to be right up there. Again, LeBron showed it. That's not the case even. So I thought the Lakers weren't going to have... I didn't think the depth on the Lakers was good enough to compete with the Clippers. But, the Clippers couldn't even compete. I mean, they compete with the Nuggets, but Nuggets are crazy. Nuggets are crazy. I am 100% rooting for them in the West now. That'd be so amazing to see the Nuggets come out of the West. But, yeah, anyway, I'm getting so off track. Paul George is not the player that I think, or I don't think he's the player that a lot of people see. I think because he's a two-way player, because he's a fantastic defender, all NBA caliber defender. Right? Has he ever been on the all defensive team? Okay, yeah. Made first defensive team last year. Okay. So he's first team caliber. As of last year, he obviously didn't play enough games probably to get put into the running for that, but this year at least. But also, I don't know what the wars look like. But anyway, I think him being so good on defense, and last year he did have an amazing offensive season. But he's to me, he's like Westbrook. He's like Westbrook. Westbrook just won MVP 3 years ago, and in the first round got bounced by the Jazz. Last year, who did he play last year? I forget who him, Paul George, got bounced by Portland last year, and the series wasn't honestly that close. But that's basically what I consider. I think Paul George is the third option. In my opinion, I don't think Paul George is as good as everybody says he is to be a second option, unless the first option is like LeBron or Kevin Durant. I think LeBron and Kevin Durant are those top 2 guys in the league still. Kawhi, I think he's overrated in 2K, at least offensively. His 3-point shot is, I think. But anyway, So what I'm going to do is basically get rid of Paul George. I'm going to see who I can get with Paul George on this team. And this is going to be a very, very quick rebuild, obviously, because you guys know in 2K, Clippers are the best team. So let's see what we can do with Paul George. We got Tobias Harris and Josh Richardson, Chris Middleton, who is very good in 2K, Eric Bledsoe, who could be that starting point guard too, really good defender too. I do think Patrick Beverley is also overrated. He defensively he's amazing. Offensively he needs to flop less. He needs to be smarter with the ball, and yeah, I don't think he is. Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart would be really nice, but I don't want to give Paul George to the Celtics, who would have Kemba and Jason Tatum. But Marcus Smart, great defender. Jaylen Brown, great defender. But Marcus Smart would be coming off the bench still. Trae Young and Clint Capella. Oh my god. Yo, this is not going to be realistic, because in no way, shape, or form should the Clippers get rid of Paul George. If they really think Paul George is who they are. I watched KOT4Q's video of him talking about the series, talking about how, you know, they're facing the same problems that the Heat were facing when it was LeBron, Wade, Chris Bosh. When you have, you know, when you have like 2 stars come together for the first time, there's going to be some tension. I know with the Heat, you know, LeBron was trying to defer to Wade as it was Wade's team. And then after that season, Wade was like, yo, LeBron, this needs to be your team. We're not going to win if, you know, LeBron isn't that guy. Because at that point, Wade's career, it wasn't like 2006. His prime, I would say, was really short. Wade's, I believe it was really short. And so, but LeBron was still cruising. He was playing as good as he ever was. Better than he ever was on the Heat. So, but anyway, this is gonna be pretty unrealistic because of that. Jamal Murray, we get traded for the guy that totally burned them this series. Yo, that would be so funny. But definitely not getting enough back for that. Westbrook again, same issue as Paul George. I don't think he's that guy. Devin Booker, yo, and Kelly Oubre for off the bench. Devin Booker is that guy. Shooting wise, he's that guy. D'Angelo Russell, I really like. He's underrated in 2K, but we do get an amazing first round pick, which can probably be flipped for someone really good. And guys, those 3-star trade value first round picks are literally they can get me another star. That first round pick can give me another star, and I kind of want to make that trade. John Wall, yeah, nah, if we don't know what he is, but honestly, you can't really trade for Trae Young ever. I'm gonna trade for Trae Young. You can never trade for Trae Young in this game. Defensively, he's terrible. But we can honestly just get 4 really good defenders around him. Kawhi Leonard's one of the best defenders in the league. Get rid of Patrick Patterson. We also get Clint Capella. I think this is actually a dub. So this is now the starting lineup. Patrick Beverley is a 2. I think that actually works. That's definitely a short backcourt, but Patrick Beverley's a really good defender. Then we have Clint Capella in the starting lineup. Then we have Montrezl Harrell. So we're probably going to get rid of Zubac now. Then. But anyway, before we do that, Patrick Beverley is going to be a shooting guard. I want to move Lou Will to shooting guard, because we have Reggie Jackson and Lou Will, and Lou Will is like more of a shooter than Reggie Jackson is. I mean, he's a good playmaker too, but I would rather actually in 2K it's not like that. But anyway, no, I'm just gonna keep Reggie at the 1, Lou Will at the 2, and then I'm gonna get rid of Zubac. Okay, TJ Warren is a bucket, bro. Backup for Kawhi, I think this is a huge dub. Defensively, not going to be nice. But offensively, going to be nice. And we can just put good defenders around them. Alright, we're going to trade for Mitchell Robinson and move Montrezl Harrell to the power forward position. And I think that's gonna be lit. Alright, at this point, we're honestly just trying to make the best team possible. So we're gonna try and get Devin Booker on the team. Oh my gosh, we ended up getting a very, very good first round pick from the Hawks, but I'm gonna try and do it without that first. Okay, we can't, so we're gonna see if we can do it with that. Okay, that would, yeah. If you get those like 2.5 star, 3-star first round picks, you can get anybody you want. So the team is currently Trae Young, Devin Booker, Kawhi, Montrez, and Clint Capella. And then off the bench, we have TJ Warren, Mitchell Robinson, Patrick Beverly, Reggie Jackson, Robin Lopez, who is not going to get any minutes. So we need a backup power forward, and then this team is going to be good. Again, this is completely unrealistic because in no chance would the Grizzlies trade Jaren Jackson Jr. I mean, maybe for an insane offer. I mean, we are going to be giving them 4 first-round picks. Wow. Okay, so that doesn't even work. So, rip. All right, we traded for Jabari Parker, and we're going to try and get Jaren Jackson Jr. now. And we did get an amazing first-round pick from the Kings, who should allow this trade to work. We're going to do a first-round pick. This is like the last trade, so it doesn't actually matter what we do. Yo, is it really going to be this hard to trade for him? Okay, we got him. That was honestly the hardest trade ever. But we're going to move Capella back to the center, and then we should be good. Alright, so this is the final team. And again, this isn't realistic at all because you guys know the Clippers in 2K could easily win the finals, 50% of the time. It's usually either him, Bucks, or Lakers. So that's why I kind of just made this a fun rebuild. And again, not realistic at all. But we got Trae Young, Devin Booker, Kawhi, Montrez, and Clint Capella. And off the bench, we got TJ Warren, Jaren Jackson Jr., Mitchell Robinson, Patrick Beverly, and Reggie Jackson. So as far as players that they already had on the team, we had Kawhi, Montrez, and then Patrick Beverly and Reggie Jackson. And that's it. Everybody else is new. And so let's see what this team can do. Honestly, like 75 wins. I don't see why not. All right, so LeBron is MVP. Team ends up going 67-15. Honestly expected a little bit better. Yo, wait, did they fix rookies in this game? Did they? Oh, it's only 4 people. I was like, did they fix rookies? Because usually it's always the Dylan Windler, and he doesn't play at all. But that's cool. Christian Wood, most improved player. Let's go. Obviously, we're coach of the year. I honestly should have fired Doc Rivers, but whatever. We're looking for Clippers players. No Clippers players. But Paul George did make All-NBA third team. All defensive. We got Kawhi. And that's it. It's a good standing. See how close everybody else was. So the Lakers were honestly still really good. Which is crazy because our team is way better than them. Our team is way better than them, yo. Oh my gosh. Minnesota Timberwolves were the 3rd best team. They traded for Draymond? Whoa. Whoa. Josh Okogie for Draymond Green? I don't know how that makes much sense. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, our point differential just shows how dominant of a team we are. Like a 7-point difference between us and second. But these are what the stats are looking like. Trae Young less in scoring at 25. Yeah, expected that. Kawhi still had 21. Devin Booker only had 18, but he was only taking 13.5 shots a game. Jaren Jackson Jr. was actually our 4th leading scorer at 13, and TJ at 13 also. Montrez at 12.5. Dude, we are scoring machine. Trae Young 8 assists. That's actually super nice. And shooting efficiencies were really nice. Holy crap. We didn't have any 50, 40, 90. Usually Devin Booker shoots 40% from 3 in this game. That's weird. But we got Utah in the first round, who don't look different at all. So we're just going to simulate round. And yeah, I was expecting a sweep. Box score. Trae Young, Devin. Oh my gosh. We blew them out by 50 points. Look at that second quarter. We scored 51 points. Oh my gosh. This team is insane. We got Portland in the second round. They took a game from us. Wow, guys, wow. We had 4 guys score 20 points or more. That's insane. That's literally insane. Trae Young didn't even shoot efficiently, and we still put 140 on them. Oh my gosh. We got the Lakers, who have been struggling so far. We should easily take that. Well, they took 2 games from us, so that's kind of impressive, but we did blow them out by 30 points in the final game. Anthony Davis put up 34, but Trae Young put up 31, D Book 26, Kawhi 23. And now we got the Celtics in the finals, which is why I didn't want to give them Paul George. They would have had Kemba, Paul George, Jason Tatum, which would have been a nasty big 3. But they wouldn't have had Jaylen Brown or Marcus Smart, so their bench would have been a little weak. And we did give them Jakob Hurdle, I think. I don't know who we traded for. But simulate round. I got cocky, but you're telling me this team is getting swept by this team. We have a 96 versus a 90, 90 versus an 87, 86 versus 88, 84, 85, 82, 85. And their overalls are 1 lower, and theirs are all boosted by a 1. Which is kind of weird. But we have Jaren Jackson, who's an 85 versus an 81, 80. We were literally better at every spot. I don't know what to say about this one, guys. I am honestly just at a loss for words. What? This was supposed to be like this was just like a joke rebuild. And the Celtics swept us in the final? They went 7 games to Milwaukee. Like 5 games to Miami at least. Alright, so I guess the curse of the Clippers still exists. Even in 2K, Clippers are unable to win. That's on, dude, I literally, if I didn't rebuild the team at all, the team would have made the finals, or at least would have made the conference finals. And you're gonna say, after I made the team so much better, added Devin Booker, Jaren Jackson Jr., Mitchell Robinson off the bench, Clint Capella. We still had Clint Capella, right? This team still gets swept to the Celtics, bro. Maybe the Celtics are the new, like Mavericks / Raptors of 2K21. You know, in 2K20, I forget who it was in 2K20, but 2K19 was Raptors. 2K20, I feel like was the Clippers, Mavericks, Bucks. It was the Bucks a lot. And now the Bucks are 6 seed, so I don't know what to say. But whatever. This rebuild was supposed to just be kind of like a funny joke type thing, just make the best team in human history, but that didn't work. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.